right, welcome back. It's 10 minutes before 3 o'clock. You're still watching Nedbank Business Watch. This is our last segment for today's program. We are joined by Nozi Busiso Demos, a treasury dealer at Nedbank Eswatini. She wants to give us an update of today's financial markets. Good afternoon, Nozi. Welcome back.
Afternoon. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, all right. So, President Ramaphosa announced his cabinet on Sunday. So, how's the rand performing? Are there any changes? Any reactions to the announcement?
Yeah, it's been an interesting week, Lulu. since the announcement of the cabinet on Sunday, we've seen a lot of volatility in the rand. Initially, the rand strengthened. So after the cabinet was announced, there was a positive reaction in the market. The market was happy about the involvement of the DA in key positions because the DA is seen as a pro-business party. Okay. So there was happiness around there. The market also welcomed the involvement of the DA's leader, John Steenhuisen, to become the Minister of Agriculture. The market was happy about the fact that the Minister of Finance, Enoch Godongwana, was remaining to be Minister of Finance for another term. So there was all-round positive reaction, but it was very short-lived. Soon after that, we saw the rand lose quite a lot of strength. And I think it's as the reality started to set in, the market started to have caution around how will this new government of national unity manage economic reform, how will it affect the budget, the national budget going forward, and a couple of other things, the fragility of the agreement that we've seen over the past couple of weeks. So the rand has really, really weakened because of that, and we're seeing it in the numbers as we speak now. Currently, the US dollar against the EZL is trading at 18.4806. The euro against the EZL is trading at 19.8719, and the pound against the EZL is trading at 23.4725. But this afternoon, we did see the rand gain a bit of strength against major currencies because the ministers are being sworn in today, so we're seeing that, and it's going to be interesting seeing the effects of the GNU going forward as things start to set in.
So there's going to be changes the whole week.
We expect that
swearing-in ceremony.
Yes, we expect that there'll be changes the whole week, maybe even next week, because this is a really interesting time to be alive, and no one knows what to expect.
Yeah, interesting time to be alive. All right. So moving on to commodities, I see gold is doing quite well this afternoon. And has there been any movement with regards to Brent crude oil?
Yes, so right now gold is trading at $2,314.5 per ounce, and there has been an uptick in the price of gold as the market awaits outcomes of the meeting minutes of the Fed's last policy meeting. Yesterday, in a speech, the U.S. Fed Chair, Jerome Powell, indicated that the U.S. is now on a deflationary path. But they're expecting, or they're waiting for more data to indicate whether they can start decreasing interest rates or not. Okay. So the market is now expecting that, and as interest rates start to decrease, investors gravitate to investing in gold, and hence ticking up the price of gold. So it has been, the price of gold has been increasing. The price of Brent crude, currently at 85.40 per barrel, has remained pretty steady, with a slight increase due to a hurricane that was expected to affect the Gulf of Mexico and disrupt supply from there. And also there have been larger than expected draws in U.S. Brent crude stocks, stockpiles. So we've seen the price increase ever so slightly though.
Yeah, okay, quite interesting. So moving on to equities, how are American companies performing? Noted that tomorrow is a holiday, 4th of July. Is there going to be any activity or any data?
So we're not expecting any data tomorrow because it's a holiday, but U.S. companies are doing very well. As you can see with the numbers for the S&P 500, the yesterday it reached the all-time high, breaking the 5,500 point, which was primarily driven by good performance in Tesla, and as well as the expectation or the market hopes that interest rates will start to decrease soon.
All right, so you spoke of interest rates in the US. How is that going to affect the market?
So as interest rates start to decrease, most of the time the US dollar will lose strength, and then investors then prefer to move their funds to stocks, to the equities, or to gold, as you can see with the gold price.
All right, thank you so much, Nosy, for that update this afternoon. Let's go for an ad break. When you come back, we'll wrap up the show with Sfiso.
Digital helps you make